There's something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. And every Saturday, I like to give you a rundown, and who better to do so than royal biographer Angela Levin. Angela,
hello.
Hello.
Well, the first thing we've got is obviously D-Day, which was so moving that I think everybody was crying. You see these wonderful old people who gave their lives, and they were crying to remember it all. You see tears in the King's eyes. You saw Camilla, the Queen, crying. And I think, gosh, you know, actually Britain's maybe opening up, and we're not sort of stiff upper lip all the time anymore. I thought it was interesting. I've noticed the Queen always wears gloves now, and I think that's to, you know, shake hands, you don't get so many germs. But she doesn't mind crying in public. She just feels that if that's what she feels like, that's it. So I think it was incredibly overwhelming and moving, and I think that William was so dignified.
Oh, he's amazing, isn't he?
And he was the young king. And I thought he was brilliant. He must have been heartbroken that he couldn't have his wife with him. And he said to one of the people, ex-army, that she was doing well. And today we heard that Catherine had written to the Irish Guards saying, because they're doing Trooping the Colour next Saturday, and I said, I hope I'm able to represent you very soon.
Oh, bless her heart.
And
in a twist that has royal commentators buzzing, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are reportedly preparing for a full-scale world tour, and it has left royal biographer Angela Levin with her heart, in her words, pumped. But not with excitement, with disbelief, with frustration, and with the kind of shock that echoes across the entire royal-watching world. Today, we break down exactly what happened, why this so-called world tour is raising eyebrows, and what Angela Levin really thinks about the Sussexes' latest comeback attempt. The video opens with the surprising development. Prince Harry and Meghan are allegedly mapping out a global tour, one that mirrors the kind of international outreach once reserved for working royals. Angela Levin responds instantly, calling it a joke, unable to believe the audacity of a couple who stepped back from royal duty, only to now act like global representatives. Her heart is pumped, she says, but not out of joy, out of sheer astonishment. Commentators dive deep into the contradiction. How can Harry and Meghan demand the spotlight of royalty while rejecting the responsibility that comes with it? Angela Levin says this is the Sussexes' oldest pattern, wanting prestige without protocol, influence without obligation. She argues that this tour is simply another attempt to stay relevant, to regain the global attention they've steadily lost over the last year. Next, attention turns to Harry himself. According to Levin, he's drifting further into a performance version of royal duty, one that lacks legitimacy, purpose, or structure. She emphasizes how disconnected Harry seems from the very institution he still wants the power of.
that's very moving. So all these things extremely moving and very, I think it's Britain at its best, really, when we care about what we're doing. One of the people who knocks us on the head now and then is Harry. He got the green light to appeal to the appeal. It's a third one, and he wants to make sure that the government gives him protection all the time, automatically. One of the reasons is that he's going away with Meghan for a tour, world tour, which made my heart sort of pump, because this is going to be another copy of what the royal family is like. And he wants to be covered. Well, it's not on our tax, frankly.
So we, the British public, would pay for this?
Yes, yes. It's a joke, isn't it? And he also said he wanted it all done by the end of the month, June, and the judge said he doesn't deserve that. He is not in that VIP category. So he was sort of put in his place, but I don't think he can believe that. And the other thing is the wonderful wedding yesterday. And one of the things I loved, there was a wedding dress, but also I loved the blue velvet shoes. And I thought that Olivia, the bride, she was really going to the wedding thing. There's something old, something new, borrowed and blue. The old and the borrowed was from her great-grandmother in 18-something.
Wow.
And that was put around her arm and also the neck. And I thought, good for you. And she had the blue shoes, amazing blue shoes, which made me think that she's really quite a girl, you know, because very few people wear anything other than white for their wedding.
She's
and I
bagged
thought that
herself
was
a
lovely.
billionaire as well.
And William again was wonderful.
Yeah.
He was absolutely wonderful. He was ushering everyone around, which seems funny for an heir to the throne, and actually would jump in the bus that was taking them to the celebration. And I thought, that's amazing too. Accessible, really accessible.
Well, Angela Levin, as ever, succinct as ever, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
really
you.
good to hear all of that. So that's my royal roundup. That was the brilliant Angela Levin.
This world tour, she suggests, is less about service and more about spectacle. The commentary shifts toward Meghan. Her influence is unmistakable, polished, branded, and strategic. Levin highlights that this world tour feels like a Hollywood-style rebranding effort, a global stage. High-profile appearances. A fresh public narrative. But the problem remains, the Sussex brand has taken hit after hit, and a world tour may not fix the deeper credibility issues. The segment covers the immediate backlash. Critics call it delusional. Supporters say it's a power move. Observers simply find it confusing. Angela Levin stresses that the public is tired of contradictions, tired of the drama, tired of the constant reinvention, tired of the Sussexes appearing only when there's something to promote. A world tour, she warns, may be the boldest misfire yet. In the final segment, Angela Levin delivers her most striking point. If Harry and Meghan go through with this, they risk looking like unofficial royals, self-appointed ambassadors with no mandate, no authority, and no support from the institution they left behind. Her heart may be pumped, she says, but it's because this entire situation is a comedy of contradictions, one that could backfire spectacularly. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's rumoured world tour has already stirred intense reactions, and it hasn't even begun. Is this a bold new chapter, or another miscalculated attempt at fame and relevance? One thing is certain, this story isn't just developing, it's accelerating, and the world is watching every step.